Yes, hi, and welcome to the Dark Knight Conspiracies, episode 81. Kiss 2021 goodbye. Happy New Year, everybody. Let's keep it simple, stupid. So before we get into anything, just a quick house cleaning tip here. For those of you on YouTube that watch and listen to me, you'll notice episode 80 is not up there anymore, and that's because I got hit with a copyright violation. So if you want to see that episode, you're going to have to go to my BitChute channel. So without further ado, let's get into it. Boy, I think all of us are not sorry to see 2021 end. What a year this has been. You know, this whole thing has been nothing but a roller coaster ride. Going back to 2016. I mean, I can go back 30 years. Oh. What's 2022 gonna bring? Who knows? It could get worse, or it could get better. We'll have to see how it plays out. So let's just get into the news over the last week. And we've seen a lot of action. So we started out with this on Christmas Day. A British news anchor accidentally announced Pope Francis's death. And I'll leave the links for everything. And I thought this was interesting for a couple reasons that I'll show you. Anybody remember, because I do, because I was watching it live. Anybody remember when Fox News actually showed the graphic during a commercial that Ruth Bader Ginsburg died back in 2019? What I think is interesting about all this, you know, they make their excuses and, you know, they want to blame the people behind the scenes. Let's look into this logically. These people read from their paper in front of them. They read from their teleprompter. Mistake? Or did somebody try to get something out there real quick just to let us know that there's stuff going on behind the scenes? Just putting it out there, and of course, you know, everybody was out there on social media posting, you know, the Pope giving his speech on Christmas and, you know, all that good stuff. You know, I didn't see anything about Christmas Mass being performed. You know, just saying, and oh, the Pope is risen and resurrected, and okay, that's all blasphemy, people. But these aren't mistakes, in my opinion. And we've all seen all the stuff, what they can do with CGI graphics and studios. I mean, we're watching it live with our own POTUS. You know, why is he making all his speeches and sound stages and you know, movie sets? I mean, you can see the fake windows in the background. I mean, he's sitting at a desk all the time. Looks like it's a kindergarten desk. The desk is so low. But I digress. So the next day, what we see? Archbishop Desmond Tutu. Low Tutu. He passes. And, you know, this guy claims the moniker of, you know, he helped expose apartheid in South Africa and this and that. Folks, do your research. Far from the truth. Just like Nelson Mandela was this great person. Go do your research, do your digging into these people. you'll get a total different history of what's being portrayed in the media. And the fact that Barack Obama comes out and calls him a hero and a mentor, red flag, folks. Just saying. Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid dies. His nickname was Dirty Harry, folks, and it was for a reason. Interesting week. Conspiracy theory? Are things happening behind the scenes? I don't know. Supposedly died of prostate cancer. And I could go down a rabbit hole with all that, and my only thing is, supposedly these remedies are out there. And my question would be, well, why aren't these people getting them? I mean, they're the ones holding them back, right? They've got the money. Just saying. Conspiracy, my opinion. I can't back any of this up. Just letting you know. My thoughts. And of course, the great John Madden also passed away on the same day. Don't know if that's significant or not, but just thought I'd mention it out there. And then we saw this yesterday. Honestly, I must say I was quite surprised, because I figured the longer this went on, I figured she would walk, but now they're saying news is out there reporting, she's looking at 65 years. Maybe now she's going to try and cut a deal and name some names. A lot of people out there saying, well, why didn't all this stuff come out in the trial? I said the same thing. My best guess is a lot of the stuff that we know probably didn't have anything to do with the people involved in the trial. That's just my thought on it, and how do you begin investigations? Well, if you get somebody like this starts naming names and starts giving evidence, now you can start opening up investigation. My guess is a lot of people did not have a good night's sleep last night. Just my thought on it. And I saw an interview with a pundit on Newsmax last night, and the person, I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but it was funny. The person came out and said, come on, this is ridiculous. We know what these people were all involved in, yada, yada, yada. The photos are out there, and they're right about that. All the photos are out there. And just on a side note, now all of a sudden we're starting to see certain Democratic states all of a sudden are going to get tough on crime. You got Chicago, you got California, you got San Francisco. Oh my God. What happened? Oh, things are happening. No, things aren't happening. What's 2022, folks? It's an election year. This is the playbook. They do this every year. This is how they've kept the black vote. No offense, people, but this is how they've kept the black vote all these years. They get into an election year and they make all these promises to get you to vote for them. Then when the election's over and they get in office, nothing happens. These people are so stupid they can't even come up with a new playbook. My God. I mean, for 4 years we watched crime go rampant, cities burn. Now all of a sudden they're going to do something about it. Whatever. So that's tomorrow's news today. Now let's get into something that's just been building up, and I'm going to say right off the bat, I was guilty of this. I've made my comments on shows, but like anything else, and I've told you this before, with discernment, if you're not sure, take it to the Lord, and I've been taking it to the Lord, and this morning, He finally answered me. And again, I can't explain it. I'm just sitting here reading something, watching something, and you've seen it in cartoons and books and everything. All of a sudden that little light bulb lights up over my head. And the answer I got was so simple it was stupid. When they say the truth is sitting right out in front of you, they're not fooling. The problem is when this stuff happens, right away we got to go down all these rabbit holes. There's got to be something. There's got to be a reason that this is happening, or they're saying this, they're saying that. There's got to be an ultimate motive. No? Actually, it could be quite simple, and I'm going to get into this. For the last week and a half, Trump is getting blasted, promoting the jabs, going on tour with O'Reilly, getting booed. And I've heard just about every excuse out there. This is the one excuse I haven't heard, and I can't even take credit for it because, glory to God, He's the one that gave it to me. And this is the one that makes the most sense, and as I said, it's so simple, it's stupid. And we've heard, oh, it's optics, it's this, it's that. And I'm going to tell you I'm going to show you the one that really set everybody off. And then all of a sudden, people just started coming out of the woodwork. And all I thought of was, as I got this epiphany, if you can call it that, dark to light. People are going to get exposed. And it's the old saying, those that speak the loudest are the ones you need to pay attention to. And I'll try and circle back and tie this all up in a nice little bow for you. So this was the final straw for a lot of people. And look, I'm going to admit, I had conversations with people, family members, and this and that. And this, I said was, this is indefensible. You can't defend this. But I've seen people try to, and like I said, I kind of get it, but don't kind of get it. Again, trying to make it so more complicated than what it really was. So let me just play the interview part, and I'll leave the link so you can watch the full thing. But I want you to listen to what he says.
Who know vaccines, who know anything. I came up with a vaccine, with 3 vaccines. All are very, very good. Came up with 3 of them in less than 9 months. It was supposed to take 5 to 12 years.
And more people have died under COVID this year, by the way, under Joe Biden, than under you. And more people took the vaccine this year, so people are questioning how...
Well, the vaccine worked, but some people aren't taking it. The ones that get very sick and go to the hospital are the ones that don't take the vaccine. But it's still their choice. And if you take the vaccine, you're protected. Look, the results of the vaccine are very good. And if you do get it, it's a very minor form. People aren't dying when they take the vaccine.
That is the statement that's got everybody going bonkers, because some of us know better with what's out there. So let me break this down as it came to me. First of all, listen to what he said. The people who are getting sick, who are going to the hospital, are the unjabbed. Well, some would say that no, that's not the case, but I can tell you from a personal experience, it's happened to 2 members of my family. I digress. So let's play the devil's advocate here. Let's just say Trump came out and was anti-jab, anti-this and that, speaking down about it. What do you think the mainstream media would be doing? Who's getting blamed right now? Right now, who's getting blamed for anything? It's the unjabbed people. They're trying to blame everything on them. Anybody see all these cruise ships that have it? Does everybody know that the only people on these ships are the jabbed? Because you can't get on one if you're not. Why have they got... You get it? What do you think the mainstream media would be doing right now? They're already going after MAGA country. This would be 10 times worse. And then all these people would be on TV and they would be blaming this man for the reason why they can't get rid of it. This whole narrative's falling apart. Again, it's so simple, it's stupid, it's almost genius. But I digress, I could be wrong, and look, I question everything. My guard is always going to be up. I'm always going to question. There's a lot of things I don't like with what this man has done, and, you know, we've all been frustrated, but think about how bad this would have been if he would have been speaking out against this stuff. They would have kept this going and going. They can't. They also can't go back and blame him for any of this. I mean, you had Biden and Fauci come out and praise him for what he's doing. I mean, and look, most people that are in the know, that do their research, regardless of what this guy says, it's not going to change my mind. Now look, there may have been some people, because of what he said, change their mind. But do you think the left, the people that can't stand this guy, do you think they went out and got it because of what this guy said? No, chances are they already did it before he said all this stuff, okay? So, and then people came out of the woodwork. Alex Jones went off on a tirade, calling them stupid, ignorant. You had the health ranger. All of a sudden, these people start coming out of the woodwork. And look, this ticked me. I won't deny it. This ticked me off, but 48-hour rule. Sit back and just try and think. And like I said, I admit this. What he was doing was just boggling my mind, and I wasn't buying anybody's excuses until he made the comment, and he's talking about he developed them, they're good. And this was the comment right at the end that really triggered me. Nobody's taken the jabs have died. Let's go back to the beginning. And I'll say this about this man. Everything he has said came true at some point or another down the road. Here's the answer I got, and here's my take on this. When he is talking about the jabs, when he is talking about the boosters, think mirror. What he's talking about, the therapeutics are the vaccines. You honestly believe he's taking the stuff that everybody else? No. He gave us the therapeutics. Go way back to the beginning. What happened when he brought up the hydro? Mainstream media shut it down. Oh, you can't take this stuff, it'll kill you. What happened when he brought up Ivor? Couldn't get it. No doctors would prescribe it. Now what are we seeing? Florida's complaining they can't get the antibody monoclonal stuff. Most people don't want to hear that he is speaking in code, and you got to read between the lines because they ain't got the patience for it. I truly believe this is what he's talking about. He's not talking about Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson. He is talking about the therapeutics. That is what the jabs are. And when he says nobody has died from them, have you heard of anybody? Have you heard of one case outside of these people taking the horse stuff? Whatever. You haven't. So that is the epiphany that I got. And it's so simple, it's stupid. And I've yet to hear anybody bring that up as a reason why he's doing it. So hopefully there could have been somebody out there, there's a lot of people to watch out, but I think what's happening is people are getting exposed. This alt-right media, infiltration from within, right? How do you counter a move? You infiltrate and you cause confusion and discernment, and everybody's out there, nobody knows who to believe, and now everybody's coming out and all of a sudden starting to attack them. Look, I admit that this whole thing sent me over the edge when I heard it. I was like, why does he do this? My argument was, his base has got to be turning against him by doing this. And then yesterday, I started seeing all these people coming out on Telegram and social media. All of a sudden, these people start coming out and defending him. And I'm like, how can you defend the undefensible? And I told my sister, I said, this is panic. That he must really, because these people get feedback from their listeners. I says, they must be panicking that they're losing their base. No. I think they're trying to tell people, just hang on. I get it. Everybody's frustrated. Look, I'm up there with saying, yeah, wait till 2022. We get to 2022, then it's going to be, wait till 2024. I get it. But we're going to get some indications within the next coming week. We got the Supreme Court ruling on the mandates after the first of the year. Some mandates go into effect. We got the press conference on January 5th. Let's just see how this all plays out. And again, if you don't think they're not attacking us, we're starting to see New York, they've got the measures in place. We're starting to see videos of people getting ushered out of restaurants and everything else. Again, this would be 100 times worse if Trump was out there speaking against all this stuff. It would just give them more reason to come after the MAGA people. So I'm just saying, take a step back. Everybody's allowed to have their opinion. And I could be wrong on all this stuff, but I'm not just going to start jumping to conclusions and, okay, I've already said on previous episodes what I think this is all leading to. I've made that clear. Like I said, I'm going to question everything, regardless. That's one thing I've learned through this whole process. Not, and in the beginning, boy, I was a big bandwagoner. But, man, these last 2 years have really opened my eyes, take a step back, and even the 17 board, even Trump, and don't forget, he's spoken against the mandates. It was always about free choice, and it was up to you to do your research and make a choice. You can't blame anybody for your choices. Ultimately it's your decision. Boy, what's 2022 got in store for us? I have a feeling it's gonna get a little bit more worse before it gets better, if it even gets better. But I'm just glad to put this year behind me. It's been quite a year. A lot of drama, internally and externally. So I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. Want to wish everybody a Happy New Year. I'm not sure resolutions really do anything because we never keep them. It's good for the first month or so. But I got to think positive. We know in the end God wins. Again, put no faith in man, for he will always let you down. So that's why all my faith goes to the Lord. Glory and praise to God. I'll let him guide my life and my decisions and help me in this ultimate journey that we're all on. So as always, stay strong, stay safe, stay vigilant, be prepared, keep your faith. God bless everybody. I hope you have a Happy New Year, and I hope it's a heck of a lot better than this last year we went through. Zebra 3, take us home.